Hi guys, it's Nancy Lynn again. We're here with our, I switched the camera, so we're gonna try something a little different to see if maybe the lighting is better. I hope you guys are great today. It is hot here in Florida. You live here in Florida and it's nice and beautiful and sunshiny outside, but it's real feel like 101 with a lot of humidity. That's what makes it worse. I know my cousin lives in Oklahoma and she gets really hot there, but they don't have the humidity that we have here. So anyway, today we're going to be working on another one of our pages, and we're just going to try a couple of things. I figured I'd choose these pages today and work on these. And the first thing that we're going to do is I want to extend this page out just to give it a little more and a little protection over the stuff that we have sticking out there already. And so I'm using a pretty good heavy cardstock, and I'm just going to straighten it up a little bit. And let me grab one of my pages to glue with. I'm going to stick it under here, and this is how we're going to start extending it out. And I'm just going to go on this grid page. I can use the 2 lines to extend it out. I think I'm going to use my Eileen's Tacky Glue. Hopefully you guys are having a nice sunshiny day wherever you're at and you're home and safe from COVID. And I've got it on those 2 lines, and so now all I have to do is line this up with it. Wet light. Sticky fingers. Alright, so now we've extended that out a little bit. And I thought I would add some fabric just to give it that extra little strength. And I have this that I tea dyed. And it was some white fabric, and it took to the tea beautifully. And I think I'm going to extend this out so it does come over, and then we'll bring it around to the other side. And I do believe I'm going to use my fabric tack, Fabric Fix. So used to leaving my glue on its side now, and I left my Fabrifix on its side, and now I've got all these giant bubbles coming out of it. So lesson learned, pass it on to you guys. Do not put your Fabrifix on the side. Alright, line this up. The reason I'm extending it over past that is I just want that little extra gluing surface, just so that it'll adhere to that paper. And once we've got that all fixed, then I'm going to take this and I'm going to bring it over this way, and I'm going to trim it down. And we'll use more of our fabric mix. And we're going to come out past. Pull this tightly over. And what I may need to do is come under the ends a little bit, but I think it might be okay. All right. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to trim it down this way. And so now we have our fabric. I'll just trim that down there. And we have that. And so I was thinking, seeing we had that, I have this really pretty doily. I don't want to use the whole thing. I would like the feel of a piece of that doily. And I'm just going to add some of the glue. And I'm going to let that extend out. That was also a tea-stained doily that I did the other day. I kind of looked through to see what I hadn't used, and it was white, and I thought Battenberg lace. And I hadn't used it, so it was going into the junk journal. Okay, so now we've got, I just wish it was lighter when I come up to the camera. And then we might put some little decorations on that yet. But so far that's what we've got on this page. Now I thought about bringing in this brown polka dots, and I thought I would put a little thing in there, but I think before I do that I would like to add in some stenciling just to get some of the whiteness away from this page. And I'm using forest moss, and I'm also going to be using coffee. And I'm just going to stamp. I don't want this real dark. I just wanted enough to give it the feel of we're not all white. And I think I might pulled a couple of stencils out. This one's got some pretty roses on it. I got these off of Wish, is where I got these stamps from. And I got some roses. There, and so that takes away some of the plainness of having that extra there. And we might do a little bit more later. Matter of fact, while I have it out, I think I'm gonna edge my pages with this green. Now I really wish you could feel how much heavier this page is now that I have that extension on there. And I'm also going to fold this a little bit. And I'm going to come down my edges right in the middle. Well, let's move these guys for right now. Okay, so now we've got some pretty green backing on here, background, and I think that's it for now for our stamps. And so now I was looking at doing the pocket, the side, not a pocket, but no, this is going to be a pocket. It's going to be a side pocket. And to make this, all I did was I cut out a square of fabric and then I cut it corner to corner, and that gives you a nice triangular shape. And then just press. Make sure you're getting a good tack all the way. So now we have a nice tuck, and we've got that. And then let's dress up our little tuck a little bit. And I have this pretty lace that I also tea-dyed, but it just came out kind of beige, not really a tea-stained color. I figured that might be pretty to add to this page. Y'all just hollering at me, put the cover back on the glue, put the cover back on the glue. I'm going to use some Fabri-Tac because it goes fabric to fabric, fabric to paper, and then paper to paper, but it seems kind of overkill because this stuff is really pricey. Alright, now let's Fabri-Tac this down. Yeah, and I think that's kind of pretty. This is kind of a lacy page. Nothing too fancy. Yeah, what I did was, this was a square that I had cut out, and I just cut it from corner to corner, and then it makes perfect triangles. Alright, now I think the next thing that we're going to do pink. Now I have these little fold outs. This one is here and it's a little booklet, and I think I showed it to you guys the other day. And it has all kinds of little tags in it that you can pull out for little journal cards that people can write on or leave little messages from somebody. This one I did out of a heavier cardstock, so it's a little bit thicker. This one, which is tiny, I used, here, let me see if the contrast here is better. This one, I had this inferior that I cut apart, and it was a long label, and it's got the peacock on it. And what I did was I just made a little book by gluing some little pages on here. And both of those are the same way. And I had one more. But you know how it goes in the journal day. It's here, but then it's not here. But what we're going to do is we're going to make another one, but I figured I'd do this one out of a lighter weight paper, just to show you. And this came out of my Burpee. This came out of my Burpee catalog, and it's got lots of peppers and all those kind of vegetables, and what's a country thing without any of these peppers and carrots and all that on there. And so what I did was I just took it, and well, probably it's gonna come down smaller. I took whatever the size of your paper is, and we're going to fold it in half. And then we're going to fold it. If I want the peppers on the outside, then I'll do it like this. And we're going to put a nice middle crease in there. Getting my pages pretty even. So now we've got it folded in half. And now we're going to fold each one of those in half. So we've got half. And then we've got half again. And put some nice creases in there. And then we're going to fold it, if you're right, nope, just here. Okay, so now what we have is this nice little fold out here. But if you'll notice on these, they have a little more, 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. And so if I do it like this, there won't be as many. So what I'm going to do is at the folded edge, I'm going to come right here to the middle. I'm going to barely cut a small piece and then come to this fold right up there and cut off. And so now what you've got is a hole in the middle of the paper. So we're going to fold it all back up again. And now this time when we fold it, we're going to fold this piece. Nope, I got it yet. I didn't cut all the way to that piece. We're going to fold. Yeah, we're going to fold. We're going to fold this piece this way. And we're going to fold this piece out that way. Guys, laugh at yourself. I have to laugh at myself all the time because If you don't, it's a long, crazy life. So don't get mad at yourself. It's just nothing but paper. It doesn't come out right this time. You can try it again. Alright, and so now this gives us more pages. And now you just have to decide what you want to be your front and the back. And I decided I did want my vegetables. Now, I heard someone saying the other day that because peppers have seeds, they're actually a fruit and not a vegetable. I don't know. I still ain't figured out what all they're doing. I'm just going to trim this up a little bit. And so now what you have is 1, 2, 3, and 4 pages. And so now we've got a little booklet. Hold on.